You're live.
It's another beautiful day.
And I'm fully dressed.
For the moment.
Yeah, right. That ain't happening.
We didn't say, you know,
right.
when.
Good point.
It could be a subliminal image that's like flashed on, get it flashed on the screen like
Let's
that.
check your follower count right now, see what's going down.
Yeah, for those who just joining us, that's good because you're here at the beginning. And welcome to an episode of Comm Live. That's me. I'm Comm.
I'm
I
Dan
am
Nickerson.
alive. It's Dan Nickerson, also alive.
We're
going to come up with a new name.
For Dan Nickerson?
No, for Comm Live. I mean, obviously it's me, right? I think the show needs a new name.
Oh.
So I could say that it's Comm Live on, not Comm Live. So the show needs a new name.
Get rid of it. Joel Power.
That was easy.
See, like that? It's right down here at my feet
God.
now.
Must be killer on an organ.
Yeah. So hey, welcome guys and gals. Go out there and tweet that the show is live. You'll notice that if you're in the chat room, I use something other than tinyURL for you to use to tweet. Very interesting indeed.
Yes.
How is that? Is that okay?
No, that was good.
Not even close as Dr. Evil?
No.
Billions.
What was the impression you did the other day that was really good?
I don't know.
Oh, Danny Bonaducci.
I don't even know what I did.
You pulled that out of a hat. It was amazing.
I don't even know what I did. I couldn't do that again. And if I did, Danny Bonaducci might break in the door and beat me up or something.
Yeah,
he frightens me just a little. So yes, it's Twitter. Twit Power. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Twit Power.
Twit Power.
Actually, we had a typo. We don't. I think that's one domain we don't have.
So let's get some people in here, and I want you guys to use this new site that we have launched. It's in beta right now.
Beta.
It's in beta. You can go to the main page right now, Chris. If you want to put that up on the.
The web design is very basic, and it will be totally redone.
The scrolling text that new Twitter short URL service, TWITPWR.com. Use it and get Twitter power. Just like that. I typed in. I'm going to put that in the scroller.
Well, should we tell them before they do that to get signed up before I get their affiliate link?
Go ahead.
Well, you know, before you twit, you know, we have one thing that tinyURL doesn't have. We have a lot of things that they don't have. But we also have a referral service. So as soon as you create your link, you're actually going to get a referral ID that you can use to generate more Twitter power. Because the more people you refer to Twitter power, the more power you have, which can actually boost your traffic.
See, here's the deal. Okay, here's what I want you guys to be thinking about. We have assumed that the Twitter powerful are those that have a lot of followers, right? And there's no doubt that there's power to having followers. Follower, power. Power, follow. Got it? All right. But how influential are the people with all those followers? Just because they have a lot of people following doesn't mean they're influential.
They could have auto-followed 3,000 people and gotten 1,500 followers.
Right. Doesn't mean that they can get people to take action. And that's really what influence is measured by, what you can get people, what you could persuade people to do. And in Twitter, that persuasion frequently is based on the link that is put in there that you click. So what twitterpower.com is designed to do is to track your real Twitter power, the influence that you have over your followers, by how frequently will they click a link. So somebody could have 10,000 followers and get 500 to click a link, and somebody else could have 2,000 followers and get 100. Well, the person who's getting 100 clicks has got more Twitter power. And if your tweet is good, it gets retweeted with your link.
Well, you know, that's another thing we'll have to put in. The thing is, the whole power rating system, which, like I said, it's in beta, we're figuring it out, but what you just mentioned, we could implement. In other words, we could actually take the number of followers they have, right, based on the clicks, and give them more boost in the power rating from that.
More power.
We haven't talked about that. So the power rating is going to be one of these variables. It'll be our little algorithm that we'll use based on different things to determine how much power you have.
Our algorithm.
Right now it's based on traffic, but it's eventually going to be based on people you refer, and that's going to be based on number of followers, the little index. It'll be our own little algorithm.
And it's just started. Our Al Gore rhythm.
Yeah.
Can he like shake a tambourine or anything?
Yeah. Well, he created Twit Power.
The green tambourine.
Yeah.
So it's just at the beginning, and you could probably, if you go ahead and tweet right now using start using twitpower.com instead of tinyURL, and you're going to start getting Twit Power early in the game. So everybody who uses this now is going to get a head start on the count for Twit Power, and as others start getting in, they're going to try and bump you off. But we're going to have a real accurate measure of who really has Twitter Power. This is just the beginning, too.
Well, basically, if you go into Twitter Power right now and make your own, and we want to boost this, but we want you guys to use this, create your first redirect for Twitter Power, okay? And there, you'll get your own URL, and you add your Twitter ID, and then you're basically you're an affiliate. And then use that link in your twit, and which will redirect people to the show. I'm sorry, redirect people to the show, whatever.
Yeah, Bill, it's not a Twitter replacement. It's a tinyURL replacement.
Yeah.
That is more made for Twitter. Okay, so usually if you'll type a long URL in Twitter, they will automatically turn it into a tiny URL. And what we're saying is, don't use that. Go ahead and make your own tiny URLs using twitpower.com.
And we're giving you incentives to use the service by all these little features that we're adding in.
It will have stats, Edward. I mean, we built this in 24 hours. It's 2 days old right now. It's in beta, and it's already got the functionality it's got. Right. So join us. Use it and just watch as we grow the features and the functionality. Also, this is cool. If you click through a link, then you'll notice at the top you are viewing a link created by and whoever the Twitter's name is, along with a number in parentheses. That's where they are in their Twitter Power. And create your own Twitter URL now.
Which encodes to your affiliate link.
Which what we're going to be able to do is we're going to give more space up there that you could actually put your own advertisement or message or your own links as well. So every time you send somebody with a Twit Power short URL, not only are you sending them to the site and getting Twitter Power, but you have a space in which you could do what you want with it.
Yeah, there's a lot to go. And actually, there's probably about 7 or 8 things that we don't want to tell you about because there are other people that might have a short URL service that would want to copy it immediately.
The walls have ears. We don't want them to steal our stuff. No stealing our stuff.
They notice that we're using 2 cameras now.
We are. We're using
back.
We're using 2 cameras. Oh, switch, Chris. I want to see what it looks like.
Colors are a little off. Oh, something else you said.
It's my coloring. I think my coloring's off. Did the camera just go out?
All those that followed my other URL, click this one and click follow.
Makeup!
Yes.
There you go.
And by the way, when you do, when like Ralph's posting this link right now, like that link's already created by Joel's ID. So when
You're talking, but I'm on.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
And this is the moment Dan is actually naked right now.
Yes, I'm totally naked.
Oh.
So, just put my shirt. So if you Twitter, in other words, like Ralph's twittering Joel's link right now. So what happens is that Joel actually gets the juice for that link because Joel created that link. And when someone redoes a link that you create, that gives you more ranking, not them. So it's kind of an interesting thing, and that shows you Twitter Power. So in other words, if someone shares a Twitter Power link that's really cool, someone might retweet that same link, and because they're not a Twitter Power member, you get the juice from that on your power rating.
Bring on the juice.
It's all about the power juice.
It's true. So
everyone wants me to say it again. If you tweet with a Twitter Power link, and someone else uses that same link, that adds to your power rating. That shows that you have more influence. You have influence that people actually retweet your tweets. So if you create like an advanced link like JC Live, you can't do that because Joel's already created it.
Mine.
And so he gets all the juice every time you guys promote that JC Live.
My juice.
However, if you go in and you make your own redirect to our Ustream show, and every time we have a show, you say, hey, look, Joel comes live at this link, and it's your link, then you're going to boost your power rating, and you're going to get more referrals. And you can do it for everything you have,
As he said.
So next time you have to do a short URL, or next time you want to link out to anything, use Twit Power, add to your power rating, And you're going to see more and more features coming and more benefits to that, which is going to be really cool. I'll tell you one benefit that you'll have is you have to log into your own little profile, not log in, but your profile will have all the links that you've tweeted. So you can instantly go and see all the links that you have.
And here, this feature, okay, I'm gonna share this, and they're probably gonna want to steal it, but
Oh yeah.
And so when you use that feature, I mean, it's going to blow everything away, even Twitter itself.
We filled the whiteboard in about 10 minutes the other day with some just killer stuff, so we can't even talk about it.
Okay. So shout outs to our regulars. Awesome. BCF Live. Bill Perry is here. Karina's here. Crown View. David Meese, not to be confused with David Meese, the singer. Edward is here. Jester. Jay Gillardi. Kelly in Virginia. Maria's with us twice. She likes it so much. Mike Millman's here. Net Kickstart. Paul. Pete Morley, Rolf is here, Rip to it, welcome, and Sean Steffen. My mom's here. Hi, Mom. Sheila's with us.
Pat Levels were to it.
Oh, Pat, yeah. Spectator, VT Miller, Web Design, Weeb, yay, the gang is here. And will it have analytics like Bud URL? Yes, we will have analytics.
Yeah.
They will be better than Bud URL.
That was easy.
Mom, you gonna say, oh, there she is. Hi, sweetie, she says. She's talking to you.
Oh, yeah, very nice.
She found out you were going to be naked on the show today.
Yeah.
She came anyway.
Yeah, my mother probably signed right off on that one.
Speaking of Twitter power, you guys are going to pick up on a theme here. You're going to see what we're doing. There's actually a evil mastermind plan that we've got here. And Twitter Power, the book, twitterpower.com, the manuscript is now in its first copy edit phase, where they're changing punctuation and tightening it up. And I've looked over most of it and gotten approval from just about everybody that we've gotten screenshots. And our lawyer says we don't have to worry about it because it's educational. It's fair use anyway. But been writing to some big names to be included in the Twitter book, and I've got a section in the back called Power Twitterers, and it includes people like Chris Brogan, who is a great Twitterer, smart social media guy. Who's we got a paragraph in there on some of these famous Twitterers, and one of them is MC Hammer, and I wrote him. DM'd him a couple times. He replied back. He wanted to know what the context was. I told him, and he said, "If you'll include, you can't twit this.
Yeah.
If you include dancejam.com and mchammer.com in the book, then I could include him in it along with this picture." And he said yes. So Twitter time. Can't tweet this. Hammer's in the book. I said, please, Hammer, don't hurt me. Yep. Shaquille O'Neal is in the book. Haven't heard back from him, but he's so used to being written about all the time anyway. So the book is going to be soon. And Wiley Publishing, my publisher in this case,
I'm very excited.
They had their meeting in Jersey last week. Over 300 people from Wiley, and they did a presentation. This is a feature book for them. This is like big stuff. This is, with all due respect to my colleagues who have got Twitter books out there, they're self-published books, and this is going to be the first mainstream release, and they see it being in every bookstore, and they see it being on the business shelf, and it's the right book at the right time.
Mm-hmm. And maybe if you have a really high power rating, you can get a signed copy.
Yeah, and if I say that in under 140 characters, I would be a true master.
Yes.
So Twitter Power is coming in February, and you might see a connection to Twit Power, the site, if you are truly ingenious and have a bit of evil genius in you.
Yeah. And this was a 2-minute idea, too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I love those.
Look quick.
That was easy.
So, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much.
Yeah, and fully clothed.
Fully clothed, yeah. That's,
much to the appreciation of our audience.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Maybe in my ute, that would have been better.
In your ute, that's a Limbaugh
Back when I was
thing to say.
when I was in my calendar boy.
When you were making your schedule.
Yes.
So we had our Christmas party.
Dan Nakedson. Don't get him started with a new name.
Oh no, Nakedson. Karina, you got a question? Go ahead. Let it fly. Let it loose. Just, we're here. We are paying attention. We're here for you. Chris, can you replace the scrolling text at the bottom without shutting it down?
Yes.
Rolf says you have a question, Karina. does you or does you not?
I've got your Twitter power thing.
It is?
Yeah, it's in the end of it.
Okay. She made a statement. Yes, the question she always asks. Yes, the monkey will fly. So we had our Christmas, our holiday party this last weekend, and we went from 6:30 to about 11. We had a lot of people, 30 some odd people here, and got a couple videos to show you, Chris. If you want to go ahead, they're just clips. There's nothing edited here. Just the first one is kind of walking around. We had dinner catered in from Nordy's Barbecue, a new barbecue restaurant just a few miles away. It was tasty.
Yeah.
And
are they sending over free stuff because you just mentioned it?
They should.
Yeah.
Nordy should be sending over lunch. And then the other video is we had casino tables brought in, Texas Hold'em table and 2 blackjack tables, and had a lot of fun. No real money, but at the end we took the chips and we gave away some prizes. And Gordon French ruled the day. So the first clip is of us pigging out and eating, and the second one is some fun at the poker table. So Chris, go ahead and roll those.
Simon Jordan's here.
Hey.
No, I mean, yeah.
Look at the action at this table. Gordon, how much you got there?
10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40, 50,000.
But who's counting?
Lots and lots and lots and lots.
And change.
Hit me.
And 13.
Hit me.
20.
Hit me. Oh yeah. We love this table.
This table is the
17?
action.
Yes.
I had a spot at this table earlier, didn't I?
Yeah.
I walked away.
You and Pam are the
I
only
did.
two to ever leave.
As soon as I left, that's when it took off.
That's what we
What
want.
is? This is why I
It
don't
was
go to
actually when you
Vegas.
robbed him.
This table, on the other hand, is a sad, sorry lot.
We got 1,000. We just don't get loud. That's all. We just.
No, you ain't got no money. That's the difference.
That's true. But we're happy.
I can't think of poker without thinking blackjack. Without thinking about Clark Griswold and
in Vegas.
Vegas vacation.
The money is mine. I got the money. The
12.
money.
16 instead?
This is the money cam.
13.
The money cam.
23. Oh, what? 23.
Insane. Behold, I have a camera. No, that was actually a very fine performance.
Oh, thank you.
It was, yes. Mmm. So, anybody want to sing?
That's all good. I'll take it. There's plenty. And there's
Ooh, look at
more
this.
in the back. So.
Yummy.
There's more in the garage.
More in the garage.
Alright, your audio's hot.
And there we go. So, a splendid time was had by all. There was plenty of goodies, plenty of food. There's like desserts left over still.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of scary.
So it was a great time. Maybe at some point I will edit a video and put it on YouTube with all the good stuff because we have lots of gifts and laps. Ha!
I think Joel should write a cookery book.
A cookery. Yeah, I don't cook. I do eat. I'm quite good at eating. Other news. Many of you know that I own an imprint of Morgan James Publishing. I'm a publisher myself called Made Easy Publishing. And there's a new book out just this last week by 16-year-old Stanley Tang. And it's called E-Millions.
Official book of the astronauts.
Yeah. I really need that was awful, a groan button. You hit it and it goes, oh. Stanley is, see, look there,
Nice.
made easy.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Stanley is 16, and what he did something very similar to what I did. Maybe what I did inspired him. He interviewed 14 internet millionaires. It's called E-Millions, Behind the Scenes Stories of 14 Successful Internet Millionaires. He's got Joseph Sugarman in here. He's got endorsement from Dr. Manny, Eric Louvier, Jason Marshall, And the stories are Mark Joyner, Jermaine Griggs, Tom Beal, Willie Crawford, Gary Ambrose, Michael Fortin, Yannick Silver, Stu McLaren, Joel Christopher, Jason James, Rob Cowie, Rosalind Gardner, Jeremy Shoemaker, Shoemoney, and Andrew Fox. And, you know, when you read stories of people who have succeeded and understand what it is that makes them successful, if you apply that, it's the modeling method. Something that's one of my 7 keys. You model. And so Stanley's book, E-Millions, is out right now. You can get it at Amazon.com, and I think it'll be an inspirational read. Retail was $19.95. It probably means it's $13 at Amazon right now.
Very nice.
So, E-Millions. No top 10 today.
No, I'm too focused on power.
Power.
We haven't questions yet either.
Yeah, questions. Let's take some questions. And you guys write the top 10 today. Today is Write Your Own Top 10 Day.
Totally fulfilled.
The top 10 things to eat at Thanksgiving. Well, that's easy. Food. Food.
Oh, thank God, Dan is dressed. I agree.
Let's see. Oh, we got a bug. Can you speak to publishing and who gets the copyright? Well, when you write something, you get the copyright. You know, certainly you can go through the legal maneuvers.
Hey, Chris, can you copy that code you just did and send email it to Tim?
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Mom says cornbread stuffing is the best, and Mom's cornbread stuffing is awesome. It's really good, and her twice baked potatoes.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean they're good. Mom, share your secret for twice baked potatoes. Top 10 things to do with the Guru app. Ah, this must have been somebody that was on last night. Did you tune in?
I did not.
You missed it.
I was working on the page that we talked about.
Did you email Ross?
I have not yet.
Because you need to do one.
I know.
Ross Goldberg's virtual Internet Masters Internet Marketing Conference. Last night I spoke and did an hour and a half. Talked about the 7 keys of success and then demonstrated things that we're doing right now here at Infomedia. And I said, Dan's got to do a session too. So they've expanded the number of days.
Very cool.
Let's see. There's Mom. Lots of cheddar cheese, sour cream, butter, melted into potatoes, and you stuff them back in the shell and bake them again. So the top gets this crunchy, crispy layer, and then the potato's soft underneath, and then the shell has been baked already, so it's kind of like
Still going to Subway for lunch, though.
Not going to Mom's?
No.
I don't think she'll have them ready
Well,
anyway.
Thanksgiving's over. Karina says you were hiring me out last night? What?
Yeah, you go to work. Net Kickstarter, I thought you'd have more to say about how to get in the publishing biz. Well, which part are we talking about? Are we talking about how to write a book, or are we talking about becoming a publisher for others? There's 2 different questions there, so specify. Joel enjoyed your talk last night, was wondering what the best affordable way was to do a virtual seminar. Would video chat be as effective? I like what Ross was using last night, and you can contact him and find out exactly how much that costs. It's an Adobe Acrobat.
Yeah. Gotcha.
How often am I speechless?
Was it free? Is
It's
it
a
one of those-
thing. I don't think it's free. I mean, I would imagine.
But you get the chat window and then there's a...
Yeah, it's maneuverable, it's modular, and so you have the chat window which you can make smaller or bigger, then you have a whiteboard or a presentation area that you can use to actually whiteboard. You can upload a presentation ahead of time, a PowerPoint, and then control it from there. And then it's got a video window over here. If you're looking at it, it's over on the left corner. And then you have the list of people that are in the room. It's all modular, and I think you can make areas bigger or smaller, so they can watch you over here and their presentations right there. And it was very cool.
Let's check it out.
Ralph says $3,500 for 30 days. I'm not sure if that's, and then there's a different number.
Well, I said it twice now.
Okay, so...
Well, the other question, BCF Live, by the way, asked about A-Member. A-Member is a great solution to use. What is it, like $175 for a membership site to get started? The other thing, too, is like there's WordPress mods now to create a membership site with WordPress that are free. So there's also paid ones. But A-Member has a lot of functionality. It's pretty... I use it on a couple of my websites because it's so easy to use and has so many features. So I do recommend A-Member.
Bill asks Joan and Dan... I know it's a typo. You meant to say DAR. How do you guys personally handle situations when family friends poo-poo on what you're doing, get a real job, etc.? You know, I tell them, are you with me? Are you behind me? Do you believe in me? Do you love me? This is what I want to do, and this is what I'm passionate about. If you don't like it, get out of the way.
You know what's kind of funny is my family, actually, until we started doing the show, they had trouble grasping what I did. And so this really helped them to understand what it is we do by watching the show.
Mom finally gets it, you know, because Mom's blogging. It took her years to figure it out.
The only poo-poo I get is when it's 3 a.m. in the morning and my girlfriend's wondering where I am. So
she knows where you are.
Yeah.
You're in the cave, right. the man cave.
Yeah.
So, you know, Mom will vouch for this. When I bought my TRS-80 when I was 15 or 16 years old, she said, "What are you going to do with the computer?" I think she's figured it out. You figured it out, didn't you, Mom? Huh? Yeah, you did. There was a question here. What is the difference between using Morgan James or Lulu or print on demand from China? Morgan James is a New York publisher that actually has a relationship with the wholesalers, with Ingram and Baker and Taylor, good relationships, and so you have a much better chance of getting distribution into the bookstores when you use Morgan James. If you use Lulu, basically you do your book there, and there's no standards. Anybody can do a book with Lulu, and believe me, there's a lot of people that have done some pretty crappy books. Morgan James accepts 3% of the manuscript, so it's got to be good in the first place to get released. And you upload it, you get an ISBN, and people can buy it on Amazon, and you could sell them out of your garage. So I would rather be connected with
credibility.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. I heard about Traffic Geyser on YouTube, was just introduced to Blip TV as a way of storing videos. I haven't messed with Blip TV.
I have not either.
No. Traffic Geyser is the best way, though, to get it out there. You know, you upload it one time and you blast it to all your accounts, and good for getting keywords.
We said too as a way of storing videos. I mean, if you're talking about loading, able to load onto your website that has fast loading time, then that's something to look into for sure.
Kelly's getting ready to launch a product. Any advice on getting some buzz? Well, talk about it to start with. What's the product? Let's create some buzz.
Depending what it is too. I mean, if you have beta testers, you know, you can post it on the Warrior forums, start blogging about it, start giving away like a free this or free that, free report to talk about how it benefits you, and write articles about what it is you're doing, that kind of stuff. So.
Are you going to promote Arbitrage Conspiracy? Yes. In fact, spent a day with Eamon before all the rest of the marketers did. Went out to San Francisco and learned from the stuff he's doing. It's very cool, and I'll probably be sending an email on it tomorrow.
Kelly's talking about how I flip websites, so.
Karina, make sure that when you do your Morgan James manuscript that you go through Made Easy Publishing. That way I can support you personally for your book as well.
Simon wants to know if Download Guard can handle monthly subscription downloads. I don't know, but we have it. I can look into it for you if you want to email me privately. But it does a lot of stuff, and I'm sure you could write code into it to automatically do it. But depending on what software you're using for your monthly subscription, you should be able to handle it via that as well.
Flippin' websites.
Yeah, Kelly.
The best flippin' website.
Yeah, the best flippin' website. If you go to siteliquidators.com. But if you, what I would love
You'll
to
see Dan naked.
What I would love to see from someone that has a book about how I flip websites is to actually flip them for somebody else. In other words, I have 100 websites that I'd sell tomorrow, but if you can show me, if I can say to you, hey, look, Kelly, be my broker, flip these websites for me and make me some money, I would love to see someone come out with a simple service for that. And by the same token, if you can apply your techniques to someone for testimonials to say, hey, Kelly's got this great book, I gave him 5 of my websites, he flipped them in 48 hours, and I made, you know, a 50% profit, or I made $500 or something like that, that would be really powerful copy. So apply your techniques in real world situations and prove anybody can do it, and you'll have a much more potent product out there.
An impotent product.
Impotent.
Let's see. Going by too fast. Joel, let me be stupid. Okay. Go ahead and be stupid.
Both, Edward.
I'm afraid of PPC. Where do I go to learn it? You know, pay-per-click is an art, and this, what I learned from Eamon was the most powerful stuff that I've seen, and that's this whole the arbitrage conspiracy, which I'll be writing about in my newsletter tomorrow. So there are easier ways to learn the basics of PPC, but the basics aren't enough. The basics can break you. You can lose a lot of money doing pay-per-click if you don't know what you're doing.
Do you want to give a link to the, we have the AdSense-secrets/Vegas report.html.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and give that, Chris?
AdSense-secrets.com/Vegas report.html, Chris.
May I have, there's the flip camera link. Look at that. Chris is on it. Chris the Hand Harper, our producer, behind the cameras, dual cameras today. They're so close together. I almost feel like they're the same, but one's close up.
That's right. What was that, Vegas report?
VegasReport.html.
Thanks.
And Simon mentioned that he's on XI Pro, which is great. Paul Smithson sold a ton of Instant Form Pros. Or a ton of salesman guys.
Yes. This may be a silly question, but how many people a day visiting your site does it take to make $30K a year via Google AdSense alone? It's not a silly question. It's a hard question to answer.
Right.
There's a lot of variables.
Yeah, it depends on your niche. It depends on your site. It depends on the advertisers that are out there and how long they're going to be paying.
Depends on the click-through. I mean, just start at the beginning. Depends on your niche. There's niches that pay, a couple pennies a click, and then there's other niches that pay $5, $10 a click. So huge world of difference right there.
But once again, if you have a website right now that's making, $5 a day, then you're going to know how much traffic you need to generate $30K a year. You just have to figure it out. But if you're asking a serious question, if you have a website that gets, let's just say, 1,000 unique visitors or 1,000 or 2,000 unique visitors a day, and it's a good niche, you should be able to convert that into decent amount of money.
It's a niche you can scratch.
But it all depends on the niche.
Yes.
But let's put it this way: you need to have at least 1,000 unique visitors a day to make, tens of thousands a year.
And look, we're testing other things, and when AdSense ceases to be the best way to monetize your site, we'll tell you what other ways we found that are better, because we're always experimenting with things. I'm creating a ClickBank store product the users will own and self-host and will be lower cost than current solutions. Do you think this can still be a successful product?
Yeah. Yes. There are a lot of those, though. So you have to have a unique thing in the marketplace to compete with that.
No, BCF Live. I've not heard anything about Web Video Zone. Have you?
No.
No. Sorry. Can't help. Yay Kelly. First AdSense check, $109. Way to go. Is there a way to track Google AdSense clicks or Conterra clicks? Which ads clicked on which pages? If you get AdSense Detective, then you can track your AdSense clicks. And actually, that is, it's closed on the main page right now. We have a membership link, but I don't have that link handy. So maybe next week we'll make that available.
I don't know. I haven't heard about Elio.
No, things are happening too quick. There's too many sites too quickly. I mean, I had to already take a whole section out of Twitter Power on Pounce because they killed Pounce. Kevin Rose said no more Pounce.
One of the things that I look at, Alexa Rank isn't perfect, but I use a tool called Search Status on my Firefox browser that shows me the Alexa Rank of any pages. And as soon as someone talks about, hey, check out this great site, the first thing I do is look at the Alexa Rank. And if it's not under like 1 million, then I don't even waste my time with it. So a lot of these sites they'll talk about are something that just launched, they got a press release, and they're there, and I'll bookmark it and come back later. But the best thing to do is just see if they really get that kind of traffic and they have momentum, they're going to skyrocket up Alexa. Yes. Dan Stick. I'm naked below the right there.
He always shows up. I just can't get him to go away.
If I have 100 plus affiliate product links on a page and want to track payouts without using CJ.com, is there a software to aggregate it all?
Survey says?
I don't know. There's a really cool new WordPress tool too called Data Feeder, like DATAFEEDR.com. Really cool way to set up an affiliate store on your WordPress blog. They might have stats via something like that, but our guy Joel Omby would be the guy to ask about that. If you're a Top 1 member, you can just go ask that on the forum, and Joel Omby will probably find the answer for you.
Confidence King says, how do you manage all your businesses and still be a friend, father, guru, etc.? It's the etc. that I have the most difficulty with, actually. I've failed miserably in that area. I think it's segmenting your time,
You
right?
gotta love what you do.
Yeah. First of all, you gotta love what you do.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. But I think realizing that this is all secondary. Making money is important, and your career is important, but your family has got to be first. And I'm not perfect with it. I am not the ideal family man. I've struggled with it over the years because, especially as men, we are so driven to create and succeed and do stuff that we can lose sight of our families. And that's why I have a great wife to remind me of those times that I need to spend more time with the family. But I try to come into work at a reasonable hour, 2 p.m. or something. No, well, I'm obviously here. Usually, some days I'm here before because on certain days I'll take the kids to school in the morning and then I'll go get something to eat and come to the office. And I try to leave at a reasonable hour. 5:30 is usually the latest that I'm out the door, and then I'm home. I'm either out to dinner with my family or having dinner at home with them, and that's when we get our family time to hang out. And
it helps that your family all loves their computers too.
we are quite the wired family.
Right.
Although we haven't been playing a lot on the computers lately. I've tried to pull away and say, let's watch some Christmas videos. I bought Glenn Beck's The Christmas Sweater. And it's fiction based on his life, and I've been reading a chapter aloud to the family each night. And I kind of got ticked last night because Zach fell asleep while I was reading it, and the night before Mary fell asleep while I was reading. I'm like, doesn't anybody want to listen to me read? And it's a pretty good story so far. We're into chapter 6.
Yeah, I don't know how he finds the time to do everything he does too with stuff. So
I don't know.
I still try to get a few hours of TV in a night, but
it's not that hard. You just have to balance. It's all balance.
Ralph did say that the main answer is because you have me.
It is. I have a Dan. And I do have my iPhone with me all the time, and Mary would say that I probably reference it too much. Speaking of iPhone, I gave Chris some screenshots of the Codename Guru app. Since I talked about this last night on Ross's seminar, I'll go ahead and tell you guys about it yet. Here's my question for you. Chris, do those in order, okay? They should be numbered 1 through 5.
Once it goes up, I'll have to.
So, don't put it up yet. Who would like their own iPhone application? Show of hands.
Yes.
Patrick Stewart's Christmas Carol. Hands up. Me. Yep, me too, me. Okay, cool. So there are over 10 million iPhones out there. 10 million. Can you do mini-me?
No, he doesn't allow it. He'll sue you. He'll sue you if you try to do an impression of him.
I will sue you.
Joel's actually had a personal interaction with
Vern.
Troyer.
I had an encounter with Vern.
Yeah.
I should register. Encounter with Vern.
It was short.
Oh.
Brief.
That was easy.
So, where was I? Oh, iPhone. Over 10 million iPhones out there. The App Store has over 10,000 applications, and we are licensed Apple developers. We've got applications out there already. We've got more that we're making, and we've got one that's going to go up this week. I think that anybody can use their own iPhone app. What if, with your own iPhone app, you could put it up for free in the store and people could find it and you could refer your customers and prospects to you, use it, and via that iPhone app, they had everything they needed about you right there. For example, message of the day, to be able to follow your tweets, to be able to follow your calendar, to be able to follow your RSS feed, be able to watch videos or listen to audios, all through your own application. So this is Codename Guru app, and while I don't have the back end to show you, Chris, go ahead and put up the first screen there. It's the one that's a picture of me. So on the back end, you can upload whatever picture you want to show up and whatever message of the day you want to be up at the top. Right now, it's just a photo of me and it says check out my website at www.joelcomm.com. You could have that say call such and such number for a special offer, click here for an offer, and it actually opens up a page within the application. Now there's buttons at the bottom. The first one that you see is news. We'll have a standard template for news. Christian, go ahead and go to that's the one. We created a tabloid type design for this, but this would look like whatever you want it to look like. You can apply your own design. This is importing our RSS feed from my blog into the iPhone, and if you click on any one of those articles, in fact, I could actually pull it up right here. Wonder if it would be better if I just showed it, like went up to the camera.
Oh.
Let's see what happens. Chris, let me see how good this shows up here, because I can actually see it on the. So here's my phone, and
Which camera are you on?
I'm on the main camera. Launching the Guru app. Let's see what happens here when it comes up. Loading. This is the only one of its kind right now, and it's not officially in the App Store. Yeah, so there you see. And if I click on down here on news, then these are the different articles. And then if you click this button, it shows you events. So here's my calendar. And any one of these are clickable to take you to a web page. So for example, this Comm Live one would actually take you to the Ustream show. The Virtual Masters Internet Marketing Seminar would take you to Ross's page. And of course you can scroll through these, and on the back end you could add as many events as you want. The next button down here is Media, and this is where you can put your audios and your videos. So you upload them on the back end, and then it opens up the YouTube browser within the application, and right now it's loading up whatever that sample video was that I put in there. So here we are at the counter, the plane we were on. They told us to get off of because they needed the pilot. Okay, and then you click Done, and you're still in the application. Very cool. And finally, the last one that we've got on there is the tweets. So here are tweets, and any time that my tweet has a link in it, I can click that tweet, and it's going to take me to the reference page, and it's going to do it within the iPhone browser and never leave the application. So this is codename Guru app, and the Comm version of the app will be available in the App Store. We're going to upload it by the end of the week, assuming that everything's working properly, and then it should be available in the App Store in the next week or two.
Mm-hmm. I don't know about the question about the mobile contact exchange yet. Do we know if that's hooked up yet?
I do not.
Yeah.
But my point is that we've created the infrastructure for anybody to have their own Guru app. Basically, we provide you with the back end, we upload your application to the App Store, and then you control it fully from the web interface, or foolishly.
Yeah. This could be for anybody that has a large list of followers, even for businesses that want to keep in touch with salesmen or give them stuff. You can actually have this protected so that people can only access the information via a password.
We got a lot of new
cool
viewers
stuff.
popping in. We must be on the main page right now. Welcome to those of you joining us on Ustream. It is Comm Live with my plucky comic relief co-host and friend Dan Nickerman. And he is fully clothed.
Yes.
Much to the
and we should let people know this is a premium solution.
Yeah, this is premium. This is not a freebie.
Yeah,
this is probably going to cost you about $2,000 to have your own app. Go try and develop it on your own. It'll probably cost you, $5, $6 or more. And our code is very robust and it works great. So it'll probably cost you $2,000 to get it. And then there will be a low monthly maintenance fee. We're thinking around $197 a month. And that means anytime we upgrade, put new features in, you automatically get it in your app. We upload it, and you get version 1.1 of your Guru app. So that's what we're doing.
Yes.
Lots of rave reviews about Instant Form Pro too.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
still.
Chris, go ahead and type in the
sales
URL.
are still coming in.
Yep, and will for a long time because it's a very cool solution. InstantFormPro.com.
By the way, I had a Twit Power idea to tie into our affiliate program, which could be kind of cool.
You're not going to reveal it though.
No. But
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. New idea. So we're going to work with that. Several of you that are jumping in here later did not see what we were talking about earlier, and that is the twitpower.com short URL service for tweeties, people who tweet.
Yeah.
Talk about
Well
it.
said. Twitter Power is simply a redirect, short URL redirect service, much like TinyURL and IsGD and all those other ones. But what we do is we try to incentivize you actually using it. So when you set up a Twitter Power redirect link, we actually rank your power. And Twitter Power is your ability to get people to take action. You might have, 1,000 followers. Someone might have 10,000 followers, but you might have 1,000 followers who listen to everything you say and take action. That means you have better Twitter power because you send more traffic to your links. So by using Twit Power, we rank you on a rating list, and we also have an affiliate program. So when you refer people to use Twitter Power, so every time you give a Twitter Power link out, if someone clicks to sign up and create their own link, we track that you were the referrer, which gives you more power rating. So your goal using Twitter Power is to A, send people to the link you want, B, get people to sign up under you, C, track the actual hits that you're sending via your Twitter links, and we have like D through Z of other features that we'll be adding that will enable all kinds of cool things to happen. So
Yeah, and we need to work on the design. In fact, we were thinking about having a design contest for a logo and a look for the site.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That
I mean, it's going to be a viral traffic machine when it's all done. I mean, you're going to be crazy not to replace all your TinyURL and everything else with Twit Power because of the benefits you'll get virally with traffic.
It's flying monkey time. But you know what? I think it's time that people got to know the monkey a little bit better. Chris, can you give me a close-up here?
Is there another video?
No, there isn't. I just feel like,
Simon's got his My Secret Monkey link, which has very funny videos.
All he does is fly, and I think the monkey needs to be given his due because he is a source of joy and happiness for children all over the world. No, wait, that was Santa.
I haven't said no.
But here he is. We're helping to make the flying monkey famous, actually. I think I saw these about a year ago, more than that. And I had to have one, and I started flinging them around the office, and everybody who sees it thinks it's just the coolest thing. And, he's just a little stuffed monkey with rubber band hands, and he's got his mask, so you can't tell his identity, of course, because he's a superhero, and he's got his cape. And he really does bring us a lot of happiness, and he has become the symbol for having fun where you work. And we now have a case of these in our office, and I've ordered Infomedia patches, our logo, and they should be here any day, and we're going to put them on the back of the monkey's capes, and we're going to make them available for sale because everybody who sees the monkey likes the monkey. So, with that said, it is time to fly. In the words of REO Speedwagon, I believe it is time for me to fly. Chris, watch out, because here it comes. Oh.
In the words of Peter Gabriel, shot the monkey.
That was a stunted shot.
Yeah, that was bad.
They can't all be winners.
Well, he's full of himself after all those compliments.
I did. I built him up to be so much more than he is. Have Javier call me for my credit card to pre-order the monkey.
There was a link for a logo design contest site that I never heard of called 99 Designs up there. If you scroll up a little bit, there's a link. Curious about that. Because we're big on sites like Design Outpost and stuff. If you're looking to do a...
Where?
99, scroll down. 99 Design, BT Miller.
Oh, yeah. Make a note of that, Chris. 99designs.com.
Let's check it out. Yeah, there's a couple sites too. We recommend Design Outpost. If you're looking to get banners done or web templates done, there's a site called Design Outpost, and what you do is you create an account and you decide how much you're willing to pay, and you pay it, and then all the designers compete to win your money, basically. So they start submitting designs, you give feedback, and all these designers will start submitting designs for you, and then when you choose the one you like, you say, I choose this guy, he gets paid, and he helps, or gal, and she helps you with the rest.
I think Twit Power has a bug in Safari. It's not the first time I've heard that it just kind of stalls out.
Okay.
So, worth looking into. Let's see. Bill says, one day I hope to be an expert in something, and I hope to be able to teach something to the gurus. Bill, I'm sure you are an expert in something. What's your thing? You gotta have a thing.
It's gotta be what comes naturally to you too. It's like you just can't say you're gonna. You become an expert in something, but you really should follow your passion and develop a talent for what it is that you have a passion for.
Everybody's got a thing.
Clamp.
Okay.
What?
Just one.
Yes?
Book.
Book.
Okay. So we're just trying, identification here as long as we're calling things by their name.
Frog.
Okay, Dan is apparently still with us. I just thought for a moment he might have checked out.
What did I do?
Just checking. Just checking. Let's see, what time is it? Time for lunch. 8 minutes.
Launch?
I'm just going to sit this one out.
Very nice.
Carry the show.
Where do we carry it to?
No, I'm just
All right, who else? Questions?
I'll be right here if you need me. I'm boycotting the last 5 minutes of the show because you did not bring a top 10 list. And this would have been, it usually takes about 5 minutes. So since you didn't bring one, and since you were working instead and trying to make us money, I am boycotting for the next 5 minutes.
I was busy working on Twit Power. Trying to make it perfect for the show. Actually, Twit Power, though, I think it's going to be, you're going to hear more and more every single day about it. The traffic's already starting to go up like crazy, and I think once people realize that they don't get any benefit using these other services, that they're going to exclusively use Twit Power, which would be really cool. And I also think that I don't know what else to work on today besides Twit Power. Do you have anything else for me? Just kidding. But I am in a lull. We launched Instant Form Pro. Twit Power came up with that, launched it 2 days later.
You have a whole list.
Yeah, I know.
Franz?
I know.
Still not here.
Still not here. Top 10 things not to do on live TV. Good catch. See, now they're spitting out top 10. Yeah, top 10 names to call Joel's show would be pretty funny, actually. But I think we'll stick with Joel Comm Live, no matter what he says.
No, I'm actually up for changing it. I really am. So, what do you got? What should we call the show?
I didn't realize you were using the Twit Power link for this.
Of course.
What I should do, too, actually what I'll make is a survey a little later today and have a link on Twit Power to what features you want. So I use Instant Form Pro to create a survey to ask people what features they want to see in Twit Power. So we're making some good ideas out of that as well.
It's number 7.
That's number 7?
Smell your underarms.
Yeah. Also, top 10 things I could have for lunch today would be important. But if someone actually had a question about internet marketing, I really could spit out stuff a lot faster.
I'm looking for a new show name. And I'm just not going to move until I get one.
Flying monkey time.
Twitter Power is not working? What? Now I got to test it. Okay, there it is. Oh, look.
Oh, yeah.
Check it out.
Oh, yeah, we're adding, these are 2 new features we just added. Yeah.
These new features have shown up while we are broadcasting the show. Go to twitpower.com, twitpwr.com. Now, there's the top 25 ranking, hot URLs, the URLs with the most clicks, and recent URLs. That's cool.
Yeah. So how much more traffic is that going to generate for you if your link shows up on the hot URLs list? And you have thousands of Twitter users coming here to create their Twitter Power users or URLs every day?
This is cool. Joyner talked about it. Mark Joyner. Jim Crew Crawl just started using it.
Oh, yeah.
Pat Lavelle is doing it. Michael Savoy, Bob the Teacher is using it.
Even for recent URLs, if you get 5 extra clicks because you're on the recent URL list, I mean, is that worth it?
Well, let's make sure it is working. I'm going to put in instantformpro.com with my ID and create a short URL. And there it is. And I'm going to click it. And it's working just fine.
No.
Oh, it's not actually.
What the heck is that?
Pete Mooring's link. Okay.
That's not good.
That is not good. That's why it says beta.
That's why it's beta.
All right. So something funky doodle.
Try copying and pasting. Was it a different one? Is that 31 or is that
3i?
Huh.
Why don't you go call Tim?
Yeah. It's time for me to check out. Joel will close up the show.
Okay.
I'm back to work.
Bye. We're gonna fix this. It'll be right in no time. It's probably a very simple little thing. Is he here?
I think he's working from home, but
Okay. We've got a brilliant programmer, but you know, when you're doing beta on stuff, you make changes and all of a sudden things can go all squishy on you. So it's a little squishy, but it will be fixed. It will be good. It will be beautiful. Let's see. That's right. You're a beta tester. Shout out to Nicholas and Emily. Kids, glad you're watching and glad to know your pop. And kind of like squishy cute. Aww. Thank you. You're referring to the monkey, I'm assuming. Joel Raw. Like as in raw, raw, raw? Go team. Alright, so thoughts on finding iPhone developers beside Elance. We hired a guy that we knew that had already done an application and did a great job on it. So we did not look on Elance, but I don't know why Elance wouldn't be a good place to look. I suppose another idea would be to use Craigslist. You know, look on there for people that can do it. Maybe your local college. You know, if they've got a computer science program, there could be some there. If you're in California, iPhone developers are probably all over the place. So, you know, it's all a matter of finding somebody that's got good feedback and good references that you trust to do the work for you. So, I think, is that it? Are we done? Because there's people here still. They're not leaving. What time is it?
2 minutes till.
2 minutes till. What do I do for the next 2 minutes? If we had closing credits, we'd roll the credits, you know, because on shows the last minute or so is spent, and you would dim the lights, so it would be, you know, dark. You'd see my shadow, you know, like the way they used to end the talk shows, and I'd be interacting with the audience and talking to my co-host, but we'd be like.
The problem with us is that we only have 3 credits.
What, the monkey doesn't get a credit?
All right.
What about our regulars? Do they not get a credit? Social media guy, we will be selling the flying monkeys. Believe me, you guys will be the first to know when we have them available. No later than the first of the year, very possibly in time for Christmas. And you'll actually be able to pay for special delivery on those, where we will fling it from our office building and it will fly down your chimney and under the tree just in time for Christmas. So that costs a lot extra, but I believe we can do that. Let's see. It is time for lunch. By the way, Raintree came in late, Astroman came in late. Just wanted to say hey to you guys. Glad you're here. What do you think of the 2-camera operation? You guys like that? The wide shot and then the close-up? Because Chris was able to put that together using a cam twist on our Mac. Like it? Cool. Yep. And one day, could we do 3 cameras?
Yes.
Like, just matter of plugging it in and you know how it works now and there's nothing to it? So maybe one day we'll do 3-camera operation. We are getting mucho mondo bandwidth. We dealt with Comcast. Right now we've just got is it a T1? A 1.5 megabyte. One T1 handles this whole office building and it's so slow. It's amazing we can do a stream at all. And we finally persuaded Comcast with lots of money to run their massive pipe to the building, and I believe by next week we're going to have 2 or 3.
I think
it's either 3 20 meg pipes. We will have more bandwidth than anybody in the area, and I'm thinking about doing some actual live teaching streams with multiple cameras. We're going to bust out a wall here in our studio, so we've got more room to do broadcasts, and thinking about you know, maybe even bringing in live studio audience for some of the shows and for some of the talks, and doing some really cool stuff here out of our office in Loveland. So can we see the wall busting? Oh, that would be cool. That would be really cool. We could actually do a stream when we renovate. We could call it Flip This Building. Or what's the show that where they actually go in and demolish the house and
they do the Extreme Makeover.
Extreme Makeover. Joel Comm's Extreme Makeover, and it'll be 2 things. We'll be making over the studio, and at the same time we're going to bring a fashion designer in, and they're going to do a what not to wear on me, because I wear tattered jeans and in 4-year-old Old Navy shirts, and it'll just be a whole Infomedia Extreme makeover. What do you think?
Perfect.
People would watch.
That's covering my computer to keep the dust off.
Or they'd go run screaming for their mommies. So that's it. I'm going to go because I think I got some lunch waiting. Thanks for joining us this week. We got a lot of cool stuff going on. I hope you guys spread the word. Be sure, if you're logged in, scroll down, rate the show. Give us 5 stars. Tell your friends about it. Watch twitpower.com. I want you guys to use it. Retweet it. Start using it on Twitter for all your tweets. We're going to get it working. If it's not working by now, it will be in the next few minutes because it's probably an easy fix. And as Confidence King says, live with confidence, live with success. Bless you all. Take care. See you next time.